Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Kay. Now, if you clicked on this video, that means that you're getting prepped for a virtual interview, and I could definitely help you out with that. Now, before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to Elizabeth because she requested this video. She said, any new tips now that C-19 happened? Okay, so I got you, Elizabeth. Now, if you guys have any other requested videos, make sure you put them below. And I want you guys to keep watching even if you're not in healthcare, okay? Because this is just general virtual interview tips. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications because this is going to be a trilogy, okay? So I'm going to do 3 videos and you're going to love all of them, okay? So keep watching. Alright you guys, so now that you've liked and subscribed, let's get right into the video. Okay, so remember that your online presence is what they're looking at instead of your in-person presence, okay? So appearance does matter, and you want to make sure that you do all of these things that I'm going to talk about in this video so that you can have a very successful virtual interview. Okay, now the first thing that you're going to want to do is to check your connection, okay? So that's obvious because you want to make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to work. So you want to make sure that you check your internet connection because it could be a little bit shaky at times. So you want to get up like, the morning of and check your internet to see if it's working, and definitely keep checking it towards your interview. So you want to check it when you get up, then maybe like an hour before, and then maybe like 15 minutes before. And I would definitely be logged in about 10 to 15 minutes before the interview starts because you don't want to be late, because you can still be late for an interview even if it's virtual. So you want to make sure that you're showing up on time. And also you want to make sure that your phone is charged, or your laptop, whatever you're using. You want to make sure that you have your charger nearby just in case anything happens. If you have a really unstable internet, you may want to invest in an Ethernet cord. A lot of times they do come with like your cable or your internet box, and you can use that, or you can buy one for like less than $20 online. I have like a 30 feet one that my little brother gave me, and it wasn't no more than like $10-15. So you could definitely invest in that, but you want to make sure that your connection is right and you show up on time for your virtual interview. You should also have your charger nearby, and if you need to charge your phone, it's best to charge it before the interview. And there's not anything wrong with you having it plugged in during the interview, but I think it would be best to just have a fully charged phone or laptop prior to the interview. I mean, the last thing that you would want is for your laptop or for your phone to die, because that would just be embarrassing, okay? And it will also show that you weren't prepared for the interview. So this is just your way of showing that you are prepared virtually, right? It's your virtual professionalism. Okay, so I want to make sure you get that in order and just have it right next to you just in case you need it. The next tip is to make sure that your background is presentable. Now, if you look behind me, this would not be a very presentable background because there are too many distractions, and you do not want any distractions. First of all, they're probably going to ask what these pillows mean, and also they're going to ask what this wall decal is saying. And you definitely don't want any of that because it's going to take all the attention away from you, which is the star player, okay? So you are the star of the show and you don't want anything distracting you. So you definitely want to have just a clear background. If this was gone and it was just a white background, it would be perfect. Okay, because there's nothing for them to ask about and to look at instead of looking at you. You also don't want to have your kids running around and screaming while you're doing an interview, or your husband asking you to make a sandwich or cook something. You definitely do not want that. So I would go in a quiet place, or get a babysitter or something. Just know that you're going to be in that quiet place for about 30 minutes to an hour. And make sure that your family knows to just go sit down and stay quiet for a little bit while you do this interview, because it could be very, very distracting. and it could prevent you from getting the job. Okay, so make sure that you plan way ahead of this interview. Okay, next tip is to have good lighting. Okay, so in addition to having a great background, you want to make sure that your lighting is good. Now, you want to go to a place in the house that has the best lighting. Sometimes it's the bathroom, because you can easily put your laptop on top of the sink and have a really good background and also have good lighting. Okay, so don't count out your bathroom, because that could be the best spot for an interview. Also, you can invest in a ring light. Now, I bought my ring light probably 2.5, 3 years ago, and I feel like it's just been working out for me. It was a good investment. I think I paid $80 or 80 something dollars for this ring light, but I made that money back because I use it for everything. I use it for YouTube, I use it for teaching, I use it for everything. So definitely, you know, if you can afford it, like maybe if you're looking for a job, you may not be able to afford it at the moment, but you know, if you're doing a lot of stuff online, this is a really good investment. You know, I'll definitely make sure I leave the link below so you can purchase one too if that's something that you want to consider. You don't have to buy a ring light, okay? So if this is a one-time situation and you don't plan on doing anything virtually, you can also have a lamp, okay? So if you already have a lamp in your house, you could definitely use a lamp or use 2 lamps, whatever's going to give you the best lighting, because remember that they're going to judge you based on your lighting also. Like, appearance matters. Okay, so definitely get your lighting prepped and, you know, make it look good. You know, this lighting is making me look good. So definitely lighting matters. So get that prepped before your interview. I almost forgot to mention that the sun can be a great source of lighting. Don't discount the sun, okay? Nature always rules. So don't be afraid to open up those blinds and just let the lighting shine on you, or sit near like a window or something. That could be a great source of lighting. The next tip is to dress appropriately. Now, even though this is not your traditional style interview, you want to make sure that you're dressed for the position that you want. Okay, so this is not a free-for-all. You can't just wear whatever you want. Make sure you look nice, you know, you have a nice blouse. And I would say look nice from the waist up, because they're not going to be seeing what you have on the bottom. But definitely wear some pants, because you know that laptop or that phone could easily drop and they could see all your business, okay? Now, this is not OnlyFans, okay? Maybe in that kind of interview they would want to see all your business, but in this kind of interview, no. That could be very, very embarrassing. And even if you do get the job, I think you'll be like, you know, their little news story, and they would just not let you live that down, okay? They'll be already talking about you. So definitely make sure that you are dressed to impress, you know, from the waist up. The next tip is to wear headphones. Now, this is definitely not something you have to do, but it's usually a good idea when you do anything virtually, because sometimes you think that your microphone is working perfectly fine, but to the other person it may sound very staticky. So I usually try to use headphones, and it's not that expensive. Like, I have different pairs. So I started off with this one. This one was probably like $10. I got it on Amazon. But this one is like a game changer, because as you can see, it's like way more comfortable, and also it's noise canceling, so you can't really hear anything going on out there, and you can really hear what your interviewer is saying. And you know, this is not something that I'm saying that you have to go out and buy, but you can definitely consider it for your interview. And I always say use what you have. So if you don't have the money to go buy a pair of headset, or if you're just going to be using it once, I wouldn't even bother. You know, you could definitely just thug it out and, you know, just pray that it works properly. Or you can also use your regular headphones, you know, the ones that you put in your ear that come with like a little microphone. Sometimes I find that those also work. So just look at your options and probably do like a little tester to see if the other person, maybe do like a Zoom session, I should say, to see if the person on the other end can properly hear what you're saying. Another important thing is to make sure that you're looking directly at the camera. Now, it's very tempting to look off to the side or to even look at yourself, but looking directly at the camera is showing that you're making eye contact with your interviewer. Okay, so the challenge I have with my device, which is my laptop, is that my camera is all the way down here. You know, I caught myself trying to be fancy. I thought this would be cool, but you know, I hate it because when it's up here, it's at like eye level. But now I have to like look down and try and find the perfect angle, so it gets pretty annoying. So you want to get to know your device and see where you should be looking to show that you are paying attention. Another very important tip is to treat this like a normal interview. So you want to make sure that you're prepared, make sure that you have everything next to you that you need so you don't have to get up or say, 1 second, let me go get this real quick. No, okay, all your attention should be on the interviewer, and you just want to reach to your side and grab anything that you need. So for example, a bottle of water. I don't think that would be a problem because during a regular interview, they may even offer you water, and you can bring a bottle of water, no problem. Also, you can have a notepad right next to you so you can write, and a pen so that you can write, and you can also pull it out if you have questions for the interviewer. So this just prevents you from searching all over or getting up unnecessarily and just being distracting, okay? So just be prepared and just treat this like any other interview. Another important tip is to be yourself, and like I always say, be the best version of yourself, because sometimes it's hard to connect with people when it's over the internet. And you know, in-person interviews allows you to show your personality more, but I would definitely just keep showing my personality throughout the interview online. Also, just act like you don't have this barrier between you, okay? Just be the best version of yourself so you can get this job. All right, last but not least, it's a great idea, since you're already online, to just go ahead and send that thank you letter. I think it's always a good look, and it's great interview etiquette to go ahead and send a thank you letter right after the interview is over. I mean, you're already online, so it makes it even easier. And I think it will even increase your chances of getting the job, because this is probably something different, because not everyone does it. It's the same thing as the cover letter. When you go the extra mile, you may get the results that you want. Okay, so these are my tips. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you subscribe and like this video, because I will be posting more topics on virtual interviews. I have 2 more to go, so make sure that you stay tuned for the next couple of weeks, because it's lit. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alright you guys, so I'm going to show you a quick clip of my virtual interview setup. Now, like I said, don't judge the background, okay? The pillows would not be there, and neither would the wall decal. I will find a place that is clear and there's nothing obstructing the background, okay? So here goes. Okay, so this will be my setup. As you can see, I have my ring light, and I'm using a director's chair. I call that my queen's chair. And I also have my laptop propped up on a pillow, just so I could get a good angle where the interviewer can see me. To your right, I have a bottle of water. I have some lip gloss, you know, just in case my lips get ashy right before. And then I also have my notepad, okay? So definitely have that handy in case you need to write some notes and jot something down really quickly. And also, if you have any questions, you can always ask the interviewer. Okay, so if you look at my background, I have all those pillows, and I also have the little writing on the wall. I would probably find a cleaner space where I didn't have any of those distractions, but this is just an example of like a good setup minus the background. Okay, so the background I would just find somewhere else in my house and make sure that it's just a clear background and that I didn't have those pillows on my couch. So this will be your setup for a good virtual interview. And as you can see, I have my charger also You want to make sure that you have your laptop either charged or plugged in, and also have my headset right there. Okay?